Hello and good morning. This is Saturday morning and I'm off to the Caravan to do some small jobs, and I just wanted to talk about the positives and negatives of storing your caravan in a storage yard. Now, there are lots of positives for and lots of against. I really would love to have the option of storing my caravan at home on the drive and having it plugged in over winter months. Then I can keep the heating on low, but unfortunately we've not got that, so we store it. Well, this is the first negative. It's about 3 miles away, which is not too bad. I'm driving up there. It takes about, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so to get to the storage yard. So that's the first negative, really. If we're going away, we always have to add a little bit of time on in order to get up to the storage yard and get the caravan hooked up, and away we go. So you've got to think about adding that extra bit of time on. Positive is that hopefully it is safe and secure. It's a Casoa gold site. Having said that, there have been vans taken from Casoa gold sites in the last year that I know of. So you've got to be, make sure you check it out and make sure it's worth using. Also, the cost. We pay, I think it's 210. I think we pay about $440 a year for this storage, which, when you look at it, it's actually just over £1 a day, which is not too bad. Make sure it's nice and secure. One other thing you need to check up on when storing it at home is your caravan insurance. I looked into this because a few years ago we brought our old caravan and we put it on the driveway before we went away, and I just wanted to check that it was insured. Now, you're only allowed to store it for so many days at home while you're packing up or coming back from your holidays, so you need to check that out. With the Casoa site as well, you do get discounts on your insurance. We get one for wheel lock, we get one for it's a gold site, and it's secure entry and stuff like that. So there is various discounts that can be had while storing your caravan. One of the other things to think about when you're storing it is, if it's quite a small yard, there's the potential of sometimes people catching your van or something like that when they're putting their van in. This one we're at has recently changed the way that they put their vans. It's maybe made bigger, so there's actually nobody to the right hand side or left hand side of me at the moment, but it's not too bad. So in the car I've got a few tools to do some jobs. I've also got the gas cylinder in the boot, just checking, yeah I have, and I brought the battery back with me because I'm going to put the heating on. I'll show you us doing that. The battery, I don't leave it in the caravan over winter. I do take it home and store it at home, and then I will charge it, and then I've got a charger that just to check it before I put it back on. I don't like leaving it on the caravan over winter because obviously reasons. I've not got a solar panel. I am going to look into a solar panel this year, but with having the caravan cover on, we can't actually put the solar panel outside, so we do take the battery home and then give it a couple of charges. So we're here, and one of the other negatives for me, this is a great storage facility, but as I've mentioned before, it is on a hill, and it gets all the weathers. It's really windy up here. I came up the other week and it was completely covered in snow. I was able to get round, and it is quite bleak. So you've got to consider that. That's why I put it under a cover. Brought the gas bottle with me. I always use propane. Now, some storage sites, I read this week that some storage sites ask you to take the gas cylinders out of your caravan over the winter months if you store it. That's obviously because of if there's a fire, they don't want to have hazardous. Sorry, I just noticed something. They don't want to have hazardous goods or propane or butane bottles on their site. So you need to check what it actually says on your storage, whether you can actually leave your gas bottle in. And to be fair, I haven't really checked ours, but I do take it out over winter months. First thing we're going to do, we'll put the battery on and then get the gas bottle in. So I've got the battery in place, I've not connected it up, but before I do, I'm just going to check that the master is off. That's off before I connect it up. It's quite breezy. I'm going to have to put the camera down because I forgot my tripod. So let's get this connected up. So I've got the battery on and I've got the gas bottle back on. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually get the gas through onto the hob first, so it draws the gas, hopefully draws the gas into the pipes before I put the boiler on. So let's go and have a go at doing that. So what I've done is I've just got the gas coming through to the cooker now. You can see there the flame is well alight, and hopefully that'll draw it through the rest of the pipes. And now I'm going to go to the heating. So I'll switch that one back off. Now with this Caravan we've got Alder heating, and I did look it up this morning and I did know this, but I just wanted to reassure myself. You can actually run the Alder heating when the water is drained down, so it doesn't matter, you don't need water in the tank, you can actually run the heating. There is a really good question and answer page on the Alder website. I'll put a link into that, and it's got all little bits and bobs of questions there that you might need to know. So yes, you can run the heating. So we're at the control panel, turn the master on, everything coming on, and then when we switch the Alder heating on, if we go over to the gas, which is currently set off, I'm going to turn that on. Obviously it won't connect to electricity because we've no electricity here. And then we go across and it tells us the temperature is set at 18 and it's actually 5 degrees within the Caravan. So we're going to switch the heating on. I can just hear that the heating has kicked in. It's just fired up. Wow, it's windy, the Caravan's shaking. We'll come back and check on that in a second. Another good way to check that the heating's on, I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, but you can see the water there is actually bubbling, which says that the water is going through the system and it's heating the water up. So one of the other downsides for me of storing it over the winter and not using it, I wish we did go away a bit more in the winter, maybe next year, but one of the other things that I find that's quite annoying is if you look at the doors here. So what happens is, because I do leave them open, they don't quite fit, and I think you'll find that in any Caravan, if you don't use it during winter and you leave them open. The front cabinet ones, they fit okay, but they you know, they have slightly moved. If you look at the gap at the top there to the gap at the bottom, you can see that it is slightly different, and some of the catches are just a little bit stiffer than what they used to be. But other than that, it's okay. The same in the back. Some of the doors, I have shut them all now, but they do just tend to move a little bit. And also we found in this particular Caravan, you can see here, this trim has actually come off here, and all the trims within the Caravan do tend to shrink. You'll see this one near the bathroom. Again, that's just because it's cold. The door fits okay, but if you look up around the bathroom there, you can see that, but the trims are just slightly out. But we can put them back in once it starts getting a bit warmer. Now we've got the heating on, it should warm up, but because the heating's not been on for quite a while, and Alder heating does take quite a while to heat up, I'm going to leave it on for, I'm going to be up here for a couple of hours, so I'm going to leave it on for a good few hours while I do some bits and bobs, and then hopefully that'll get it nice and warm. We are going away in about 6 weeks time. Unfortunately, it seems ages away, so I'm probably going to come up and just warm it up every weekend, just to get the pump moving and get the Alder heating moving, and try and get the van a little bit warmer. Yeah, just a short video this week about storage. What do you think? I'd love to store it at home. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.